All right, good morning, everyone. Late morning. What's up, Sniptic? Emmanuel, good morning. Keep in mind we have 10 o'clock news. That's what I'm waiting for here. Normally it's the 9:30 opening, but we have the red folder news. Let me double check. 10 o'clock. Let's see. Yep. And then we have this 12:30 FOMC member Harker speaks. I'm not worried about that because it's medium impact. And I'm not going to be holding any open positions, if I take any at all, past like 12 anyway. So I'm going to take this previous Friday close, Sunday opening, new week opening gap. So we have the Friday closure here. Adjust that. And then the opening. As you can see, we're trading into that right now. Let me make sure I got it perfect. Oh, yep, it was off a little bit. There we go. Alright, so you can see we're trading into that right now. You want to see it, respect it, and move away from it. And then this red line, to me, is the main draw on liquidity for now. And then obviously deeper into, let me go to the weekly. Deeper inside of this weekly volume imbalance. So if I take everything off here, I'm looking for this week to be bullish. If you look at this candle here, is it more likely to be bearish and continue down? It could, because non-farm payroll, anything can happen. But if you look here, this imbalance right here in this order block, see the opening there, extend that out. We aggressively wicked off of that twice. Sell side was cleared here. So discount, and then we traded up. Large wick off again, and then we have buy side up here. So where's the weekly candle likely to expand higher? Obviously I could be wrong though, because it's non-farm payroll, but that's the simple rundown on that. And then I'm going to take these lines off because I don't really need them. I can see the opening and closure. So I'm going to go put my little eyeball that I like to put. I'm going to put that up here. I'm not saying it's going for that today because the previous 2 days before non-farm payroll, it's always a small likelihood that we could have a seek and destroy profile. So if you look here, nothing really clean in here so far. NASDAQ has been moving higher. If you see this 927 low, okay, so I was looking to see if we had SMT. We did not. And then if we take another look on the hourly, you can see we have, this doesn't mean anything to me yet. Not until we get the 10 a.m. News and the meaningful displacement. So we have 3 drives lower into this imbalance. Let me change the color on that. So we have, so sell side's been taken there, and then this sell side has been taken right here. So it's 3 drives into a discount array, as well as this new week opening gap here. So I want to see if we can find an entry to get long off of that. I'm not aggressively looking to place trades right now. It is non-farm payroll week, but we'll see what we can get. Now there was SMT on these lows here. See this 935 low, that took out this low. ES or NASDAQ failed to make that lower low. So buy side has been cleared on NASDAQ. We are back above midnight opening price as well. You see that. And then on the daily on the NASDAQ, obviously we've been a lot more bullish on the NAS. I'm gonna take that off. See how we dipped into this inefficiency just a little bit? This is a potential institutional order flow entry drill. And then I'm gonna go look at the Dow. Has been very ugly on the daily time frame, but I'm gonna check out the Dow. So let's see, 3 o'clock lows. Yep, those taken out. Alright, yeah, nothing to see on the Dow. So if you look here, you see we just bumped up to this bullish order block here. Or bearish order block, not bullish. This up close candle right here before the down move that created this imbalance. We just bumped up into that. This doesn't mean anything to me yet. It's all about time, but I'm just outlining what I see right now. So I can refine my level to these two up close candles right here, because the higher time frame is more important to me, at least. There we go. We're refining that a little bit. So for the upside, I want to see it just rush through that. I don't want to see it stop there and show respect to it, because then we may be looking at lower prices then. And then, okay, so we still have 13 minutes until news. So I don't care what I see in the chart. I'm not taking any trade until that 10 o'clock news drops. And I didn't used to say that. I used to be like, well, you know, it looks pretty clean. I'm just going to take it, you know. I don't want to miss the move. And there is times where it worked out for me and I caught good moves ahead of news drivers like that, but more times than not, I've come to learn that it's better to just wait, no matter if you miss the move or not. Just wait. And then I'm also going to outline this. So if you see this up close candle here, swing low is taken. We got back above it. This would be a breaker, but I'm not going to use that because obviously we traded lower. But if you take the midpoint, you can see that we failed to get to the midpoint, so that's what you want to see for upside. You don't want to see it go down below the midpoint of this candle right here if we're going to continue higher. And then this should act as a balanced price range, this old daily inefficiency here. So that's why that's the only reason why I have that on the chart. So you don't want to see it you don't want to see it dig down deep into this inefficiency here. You want to see it, if it were to get down into here, you want to see it reject off of it fast. Which I don't think we're going to get down there, but it's a possibility. Nothing really clean here. You see every high and low is kind of getting taken out right here. This low taken, this high taken. NASDAQ looks a lot better. And then once again, you want these premium arrays that I'm outlining, you want to see them not show respect to them, especially whenever the news releases. So yeah, me personally, I'm not coming in and looking at this chart and being like, oh yeah, we have like this downtrend going. Trend is your friend, right? I'm not looking at that. I'm not saying, oh, we're making lower lows, higher lows, or higher lows. Yeah, I'm not looking at the market like that. There is people that make money doing that, but me personally, I don't have any faith in that. So. Nine more minutes till that news drops. I'm just gonna keep flipping back and forth. NASDAQ just slowly grinding higher. Very slowly. Alright, and I'm gonna come take a look at the dollar here. Dollar is looking weak. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like we are finding some resistance on the dollar. It may want to retrace below these lows and then to this imbalance. Okay, you see we've reacted nicely off of this imbalance here, as well as this bearish order block here. These two up close candles right there. And if you take a look here, if you look at, let me straighten that out a little bit. If you look at the opening of this order block right here, the two up close candles, look where that ends up, right about the midpoint of the imbalance it created. And then you see we reacted off of that. So for bullishness, that's not what you want to see. And you see the very ugly price action right here. You wonder why I said wait for 10 o'clock. Obviously NASDAQ looks a lot better, but that's kind of been what's been going on lately. NASDAQ has been overall cleaner, in my opinion. I still don't like trading the NASDAQ though. I prefer ES just because the price levels are easy to read, and I don't know. I just like ES better. So I'm going to outline this. Once again, this doesn't mean anything to me yet until we get to 10 o'clock. I'm just outlining what I'm looking at. Let's see how we react off this breaker here. The high and low. This up close candle here. Boom. Let's see if we show respect to that or if we displace right through it. And if we do that, then I'd be looking for lower prices. And I would be looking for somewhere down here to trade into. But if we're thinking about weekly profiles, I think there's a good chance that we can make a Wednesday low of the week here. But once again, it's non-farm payroll week, and anything can happen. And as for yesterday, I was not in the markets. I just took the day off because it was day off of trading, not day off, you know. You can't take any days off, you know. Come on. No. No, but there was a clean sells in hindsight that I saw. But I just took the day off. It was the first trading day of the week right after a holiday weekend. Did not mean to do that. And I don't know. I just felt it'd be better just to take the day off and come back today. But in hindsight, it looked pretty good though, so. So like I said, so we have 3 minutes until the news drops. We have the market structure shift here. And then trades in this imbalance at the premium raise. But this doesn't mean anything because it's not 10 o'clock yet. So someone else that trades SMC or whatever you want to call it, they might see that as a good short, but I'm not going short there. No sir. Maybe if I had higher time frame narrative to the downside, I would. And if there was no 10 o'clock news, maybe. But there's a lot more that goes into trading than just pattern trading, like looking at the shift and then fair value gap. There's more to trading than just simply looking at that, because that's no better than pattern trading if that's what you're doing. If that's all you're looking for, it's literally just pattern trading. And I mean, if you have the right psychology and discipline and risk management, I mean, shit, you can make money off of that. You can make money trading whatever if you have good psychology and risk management. So I'm not here to tell you what you're doing is wrong. I'm just telling you how I think when I'm trading in the charts. So 2 more minutes. Come on, algo. So the nearest draw for the upside, if it gives us anything, would be these highs, obviously. ES is very ugly. For now, it looks bearish, but I'm going to see what it gives us at the 10 o'clock news. And then if you take opening price, I'm going to take that and extend that out. Damn, I can never get the right price point off of first try. There we go. Okay. So we didn't quite reach midnight opening, but you can see we gravitated towards it before it traded lower here. It doesn't always have to get to it. It just gravitates it towards it sometimes, and then goes lower, as you see here. So that's the news release. It looks like we're gonna get some meaningful displacement to the downside. If you look at NAS, you can see we have SMT divergence. This London high was taken out. Wasn't taken out on ES. Respected the premium raise, and I said if we're gonna go higher, I don't want to see it respect those. So now we have to kind of reevaluate, but also keep in mind that sell side's getting cleared here, and you also want to see how we react now that we've cleared sell side. Then also, another thing to look at is, see how we dipped up into the regular trading hour gap? Didn't get to the high of it, obviously, but we dipped into about the lower quarter of it, and then we traded lower. And there is a potential it'll come fill in this portion right here. So for now, this is low probability conditions because all the averages are mixed. They're all doing something different. Dow looks very different. So for now, these are low probability conditions, but that can change real quick. In the span of like 10 minutes, something can form. But we'll see. The markets don't owe us anything. We're just here to get what we can get. Hold shift key while you draw the trend line in order to make it straight. Well, for the MacBooks here, you see we have a button that's called command instead of shift. I guess that makes them feel fancy or whatever, but anyway, appreciate it. What's going on, Sean? How you doing? Sean's been in like all my live streams. That's my dog. Alright, so obviously it's not showing any willingness to go higher after sell side cleared. So the idea we could be looking at NASDAQ is we could be looking for shorts to catch up with ES. But once again, I'm not forcing anything. It's non-farm payroll week. I never aggressively trade in non-farm payroll weeks. Never. Now, you might see like guys on social media flexing non-farm payroll profits or whatever. They either got lucky or, yeah, it's probably luck. But I'm not saying like on days like this it'd be luck. I'm saying if they're trading like the non-farm payroll release at 8:30, that's absolutely luck. And next time they'll probably blow their account if they're doing that. Oh yeah, Russell, you're right. I don't know what I'm talking about. The shift key's on the right side instead. So ES has traded up a little bit after sell side cleared here. This low, this low, this low, all cleared. So if we get displacement higher, rather than this low being taken out, if this low is taken out, then NASDAQ, I may want to reconsider and find some shorts as like a six sister approach to catch up with ES. And then this is just the hourly order block, these consecutive candles here. We're above midnight opening here. Buy side cleared, SMT. Hey man, all is well. Looking for my first trade of the day. 1 for 1 yesterday. That's what's up. I wasn't in the charts yesterday morning. I was at like lunch, just like looking at stuff in hindsight, but yeah, good man, good to hear. Bias for Wednesday creating the low of the week. ES may be dipping below monthly opening. I was thinking the same at the start of this live stream, but it's not looking like it wants to go higher. And we're expecting a premium raise here. So yeah, I'm gonna be looking for shorts on the NASDAQ since ES is already displaced. So you see how this breaker was broken? So that's broken. I'm no longer considering that. So this is what I'm looking. Oh, whoops. Oh yeah, there we go. There's that shift key magic. So this is what I'm looking at here. ES just hit the previous new week opening gap low right there. And if you take the swing low that started the move, you can see we're in an overall discount now. So it looks like ES just wants to dig deeper into this imbalance here. So if we get a retracement into this order block, that could be a potential short. Why do a lot of ICT traders not trade the Dow? I just don't like the Dow. And it's nowhere near as clean as NASDAQ or ES, in my opinion. It's not because I'm an ICT trader that I don't trade the Dow. It's just my personal preference. But shit, if it makes you money, go right ahead. So on the 2 minute, we have an imbalance here. Back to ES. So it looks like ES may want to come down and dip into here. That's what it looks like to me. And then I want to see NASDAQ catch up and come take out these lows here. I was not looking for that before the news release, but everything that's taking place right now is indicating that it wants to go lower into a deeper overall discount. And then NASDAQ let's make that eyeball a little bigger. So on ES, I would have went short right here if it wasn't being ahead of the news driver. So you see right at 10, right after 10, how it aggressively trades higher. It could have easily came up and taken my stop and then went lower, which has happened in the past whenever I took positions prior to red folder news. So if it retraces back up here, I do not want to see it trade above this here, which doesn't look like it's going to anyway, so. So once again, in hindsight, this would have been a good entry if it weren't for the 10 o'clock news, because once again, it's a 50-50 gamble taking the trade right here, because this run up easily could have came and taken this high and then went lower. You don't know if it's going to do that or not. So if you're taking a position there, you're taking a 50-50 gamble, and I mean your stop could be taken out in like 2 seconds. So I believe we're going to be eventually taking out these lows here. And then long term, I outlined this. And then I'm going to do a little swing projection here. $394. So that ends up right about where this imbalance is, the swing projection. So that's another confluence there. ES just dipped into which should be a balanced price range for the daily chart. So longer term, going into Thursday and Friday, if it trades below this pink shaded area, we may be looking at a continuation to the downside for the rest of the week. But my personal opinion, we may be creating a Thursday low, and then Friday trading higher for non-farm payroll. So that's just my state of mind right now. So you can see we Just keep grinding lower. It didn't offer me an entry yet. What is the pink shaded area? Let me go back. It's just this old daily imbalance here. So we traded lower, we traded through it. So if it gets back to it, you want to see it reject off of it. At least the midpoint. Anything below that, I would see that as the market wanting to go lower, which I don't think it does long term. So we kind of want to see this as a balanced price range. And it can come down to this hourly imbalance, yes. That's fine. But anything below that, that would be problematic for longs. So once again, I do not prefer trading NASDAQ. I prefer ES just because it's easier for me to read and read the price numbers. But looks like I'm going to have to be trading NASDAQ. So I'm not going to go short off of this, but if it bumps up into here, I can go short. Because then that would be going... So ideally, we want to see a closure on the 5-minute and then maybe retrace into a 5-minute inefficiency. That would be more ideal. But anything below those lows there, let's see. So if you're going short anywhere below here, that would be considered chasing price. We're still in a premium, so... And then discount is what I'm looking for down here. So here's the lows delivered here. Obviously I had that outlined ahead of time, but it doesn't matter because I had nothing to execute off of. Of course it didn't dip up into there and give me that entry, but it's fine. But yeah, this just goes to show that just because you can call out a price level doesn't mean anything. Because if you're not making money, I mean, what's it matter? Because I'm pretty sure I had this eyeball here when we were like trading somewhere around here, something like that. The pain. Price, why couldn't you just dipped a little bit higher and gave me a good entry? No. Once again, NASDAQ is way cleaner than ES, but ES still offered some decent shorts here. Right here. So from here to the level I outlined ahead of time, that would be 4192. So about 10 handles. So hope is not lost. I can still find an entry. We're still in a premium. So as long as we're in a premium, we're good. But obviously I need a retracement. But we may not get a retracement. Who knows? So if you take this off, this is where I said I'll go short, but it didn't offer it to me. It just traded right up into here and went lower. So honestly, for being ahead of non-farm payroll, this is very clean price action in my opinion. But I just had nothing to execute off of here. And this looks like an amazing short, but once again, I couldn't have taken this entry. I'm only taking entries after the 10 o'clock news release. I'm not having open positions right when Red Photo News comes out, because my stop can be taken in about 1 second. Was it because of the inversion on the 5 minute? What are you referring to? If you're talking about this did act as an inversion. So you take that 5 minute and see how it just dips up into there. But my state of mind was I wanted to get an entry right up in here, and then it wicks off, so it's still respecting this balanced price range with the wicks. Or with the body, sorry. So yeah, someone's probably looking at that and say go short, but I'm not going short off of that. We've already taken out these lows, and then I'm not going to take an entry right at the very lowest imbalance. Maybe it does react off that and continue lower, but for me, I need a more meaningful retracement up into here. So yeah, to me this is beautiful price action. We have the SMT here. This high was not taken on ES. Above opening price. See how we wick off aggressively and respect these this premium order block, premium inefficiency, and then we attack these lows. And then it seems as if we are going to retrace into this discount inefficiency here. So yeah, these are the moments where I look for 5 minute entries rather than 1 minute. Because then if you're on the 1 minute, you get caught up and you're like, oh yeah, I'm going short right there. And then the market just pumps back up, trades above the high, and goes and doing like a 5 minute level like I have here. So if you also bring time into the equation, obviously with the 10 o'clock news, but then you have this 9:50 to 10:10 window. I'm gonna drag this up. See how that macro started the move? So in this time window here. And once again, just because we're trading lower, displacing off of this inefficiency right here, this very low one, to me, that's just simply not a good entry. Like these type of entries here, you can just get stopped out so easily, and then it retraces back up into a 5-minute or higher time frame level like this. But then obviously days like this, you're gonna look at it and be like, well, what the hell is this guy talking about? Looks like a great entry to me. Well, more times than not, I'm not saying it never happens, but more times than not, entries like this are not good entries, and that's like what newer traders enter on. And they would be in profit right now, so meanwhile, I'm not in profit. I'm gonna go back to ES. So ES has already delivered to our level that was outlined, I think, at the very beginning of the stream. So there's that for you. Come on, Algo. Give me the retracement. So if price were to have came up and gave me my entry here, I would have entered here, stop above this candle right here. I don't think I would have taken a partial there because it's just not enough movement from here to there. So I would have went short right up here. And I think I would have taken my full profit by now. So that's enough for me. Once again, we have it retracing into here. More days than that, this is not going to work out for you if you go short here. More days than not. So and then you see here on the 15, you want to see this act as a balanced price range. We trade it up, completely close it in. So you want to see it, leave it open, or just slightly dip into it and then trade off if it even gets back up there at all. So yeah, this has been a very reasonably clean week so far. Tuesday was clean. Today was clean. I just couldn't find a high probability entry point. If we didn't have that 10 o'clock news, I absolutely would have been in there. But once again, stop can be taken out in a matter of a second, right at this news release here. So right now I'm just hunting for a 5-minute entry. And then the only thing problematic would be the ES already hit our higher time frame level, but NASDAQ still has some catching up to do. So then if we look at Dow, oh, whoops, did not mean to do that. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing really standing out to me in Dow. I hate Dow. But as for NASDAQ, we're already in a discount. So if you're still taking, or not NASDAQ, ES. So if you're still taking shorts in ES, that's absolutely chasing price. So you can see whoever wants short there is getting taken out. See if we can get it to dip up into here. ES had a clean silver bullet. Yes, I saw it. You see it on my chart here, right? My entry point was going to be right up in here, but obviously it didn't offer that. It just traded right into here. So and then once again, I said I'm not going short right here. That's, to me, that's just like trying to like kind of chase price, and more than likely this high will be taken out. And anyone who wants short here is regretting it on normal days. And what time is it? It is 10:33. Okay. And as I said, the only problematic thing here is that ES hit my discount target that I had outlined ahead of time. So yeah, it's a shame that I couldn't get a nice entry here, but very, very clean day here in terms of just pure price action. Very clean. So I mean, even though I didn't make money, I think I could have made someone who's watching this live stream money. I mean, I had all the levels outlined ahead of time, so maybe you were fine with taking the short here rather than waiting for it to retrace up in here like I did. Or maybe you went short here and you were like, I'm going to take the 50-50 gamble. I don't give a shit if the 10 o'clock news takes my stop in 2 seconds. And then I'm also going to outline this here. We have a 15-minute breaker. So I can be looking to get short within that breaker. Honestly, I'm thinking about it now. I would prefer being wrong and not getting any entry rather than me getting it right and not finding an entry. Because I mean, obviously you can tell I'm not worried about it. I'm not, like, oh, I missed a move. What am I gonna do? There's never gonna be another trading day ever except for today, and I missed this move. But anyway, it definitely is a little bit annoying whenever, all your levels are delivered, but you simply just couldn't get anything to execute off of. So yeah, it's just kind of consolidating down here now, since we hit my target. So yeah, beautiful SMT divergence up there prior to the move lower. So yeah, it looks like we may just continue lower, and we may not get an entry here, guys. So if it reacts off of here and does trade into my levels here, the breaker, so here I'll put that in there. Whoops. Yeah, I'll just keep it blue. I don't like that. So this would be a reclaimed order block. See how it dips down into it right there and comes back down into it again. It's just reusing it. That'd be a reclaimed order block if it shows respect to it here and then trades into the imbalance. And then right below this breaker in the 5-minute inefficiency here, you can see we have these two equal highs here. You may want to take those out for those that are chasing the price lower. building up liquidity. Seems that way, but could just continue grinding lower. You never know. But yeah, that looks a little too clean to me right there. So and once again, there's always going to be those days where I'm like streaming and I'm like, this would be a bad entry, and that's chasing price, whatnot. And then there'll be someone, they'll either comment it or they'll just think to themselves like, well, I just made this much trading that. Well, okay, yeah, you got lucky today. Not lucky in the sense, all right, yeah, you got lucky. In most days, that's not going to be a good entry, and it's going to maybe dip a little lower and then take you out. There's a difference between finding high probability entries and just simply chasing price. Because then at that point, you're just, I mean, you might as well just say, oh, we broke out below these lows here, so then I can just go short right there. That's not what I'm thinking. So once again, this is a reclaimed order block. It used it multiple times. So it came down here, then it came back to reuse it. And then it seems as if they are going to come for these highs. What a surprise. It's just funny, since I wasn't live streaming yesterday, I was watching other live streams, and, like, I don't know, if you look at, like, Patrick Whelan's live streams or whatever, it's just, like, some, like, WWE shit. Like, I don't know how other live streamers, they can, like, focus on that shit. Like, just focus on the charts. I don't know how they, like, focus with, like, arguing with the chat and, like, all this other shit that doesn't matter, and meanwhile they're also analyzing charts. I don't know how they do it, but once again, if they're making money, shit, who am I? Look at DXY. It looks interesting. Oh, interesting. Oh, okay, I see. So we're getting a retracement on DXY, left these highs intact. So just off first glance, it looks like DXY will be yielding higher prices intraday. But I haven't been as active on DXY because okay, that's that order block. I haven't been as active on DXY because it's been moving more so in tandem with the indices. So whenever they're moving together, I mean, it's not really any help to me. So yeah, no, that's just what it sounds like. I mean, they're I don't even know how to explain it. You just have to watch it, but it's just funny. So let's see here, 1037. You see ES did make that lower low there. However, NASDAQ did not. Doesn't mean anything to me. I'm just, just outlining it. No, shift. There we go. Oh my. As soon as I let go of it. There we go. I draw so many lines every single day, and you'd think I got it down by now. Come on, highs. Get taken out. See that? Accurate as fuck on other streamers. They even add that announcer voice. Yeah, I definitely think some of them changed their voice a little bit. Whatever. I'm just like, I look at their other chats, and I mean, they're like, the people in the chat just say like some disrespectful shit, and I don't know. I'm looking at my chat, and everything's cool, everything's chill in my chat. So I guess it's just a matter of what you attract. So if you act like a WWE dickhead, I guess that's what you attract in your comment section. I guess it is entertaining, though. I mean, I'm sorry, though. I'm not here to entertain. It may be boring. I'm just here to analyze the charts and make some money with my viewers. And really, stuff like this, you shouldn't even be looking for like any entertainment value, or like looking for like, I mean, obviously you don't have to be like all like plain and just like everything boring. Yeah, but I mean, this is, at the end of the day, this is work. I'm at a desk right now. I'm working. Even though I'm not at a technical 9-to-5 job, I'm at the end of the day, I'm still on a laptop at my desk working, trying to make some money. So I mean, it's really no different. It's just I don't have a boss like on my ass talking about some shit. So I see how it's just stacking up liquidity there. They're all going short off of that. So anyone, there's probably someone going short right here. And notice where it's stacking the liquidity up at, right below the imbalance and the breaker. So if they drive it up there, they'll accumulate the stops that they took right here. They'll accumulate that to then send it lower below this low. Not boring at all. Really respect your discipline. Something I'm working on. Appreciate you. I like it as it is. Cool and chill. Alright, that's good to hear. Alright. Like I said, I guess however you act on your live stream is what you attract in your viewers. So but yeah, no WWE commentary going on here. No distractions. Yeah, as it should be. Your only focus should be price and analyzing the chart. So the high is taken out right there, not to my surprise at all. So if it bumps up just a little bit higher, I can go short. So see, as soon as it takes out these highs, it wicks off. So it's accumulating the buy stops that it's taken up here. Damn it. Come on, pump back up in there one more time. There we go. And I don't know why my stop was that close, but buy stop going up there. And so this will go above this candle here. So breakout artists are getting taken out now. And I want to see us make a new low. And hypothetically, if I take a loss here, that would be 0 for 1 on the week. Not a big deal. So we're digging into the midpoint of the breaker here, as you see. But then if we go up on the 15, yeah, I don't like how we're disrespecting that 15 minute, but we're still trading into that breaker, so I want to see it really wick off here and respect it with the bodies and close below this high right here. I can never get that perfect entry. It's always got to pump up a little higher before it then executes. Order block. Obviously, we're close to my stop. I'm not worried about it because if it trades above where my buy stop is, I don't want to be in the marketplace anyway. So, I'm okay with my stop being there. So, I'm paying my stop to do its job. And then once again, maybe someone else will look for a short there, but for me, that's just not ideal because it should be acting as a balanced price range. So it really has no real reason to trade up into here if it's going to go lower. So it's a little clearer on the 15 minute here. See how this imbalance is created here, and then it completely fills that in. So it should be acting as a balanced price range. It shouldn't come back up into that. It can, but if it does, you want to see it just dip into it slightly and then go lower. So where my buy stop is, that's not a random stop placement. It's right above these 2 consecutive candles, which is the order block. Unicorn setup. What is the unicorn setup? I don't think I'm familiar with that term there. So yeah, I'm kind of pissed at myself for not getting that perfect entry. No, I'm kidding, but that was a joke. But I just hate whenever I can't get that good entry, right? See, I've just missed the breaker a little bit, so it pumped up and I went short. I thought I was shorting the breaker, but then it just like wicks down a little bit, and then that's where I get filled, and then it just pumps up like that. Oh, okay. So yes, I'm trading the unicorn setup then, if that's what they call it. And what time of day? We are now entering the second macro. Once again, every single macro, every single day doesn't always perform. Obviously, we had the 950 to 1010 macro, but that's mainly because of the news. Oh, ew, that is ugly. There we go. Alright, so there's the buy stop. That'll be 0 for 1 on the week there. Just ever so slightly wicks off that breaker. Oh, I did not mean to go to a 30-minute. So now at this point, I don't know. I'm happy to be taken out of the marketplace there, of course, because we got above the breaker there in the order block, but that would be a real pain in the ass if we respect it now and then go lower, but we'll wait and see. I think this is the first loss I've taken in my newer live streams for the past 3 weeks, so I don't know why that was like that, but this is the breaker right here, this candle, this down close candle before the up move, gets below it, trades into it, and the stop was taken. The stop was right at the high of the breaker, and this order block here, which is these 2 consecutive down close candles. So now I want to show respect. But yeah, my outlook on that is I'm not going to wait for it to trade up in here because it has no need to trade. If it wants to go lower, if it really wants to go lower, it has no need to come back up in here because it's a balanced price range. It's balanced, so why would it need to come back up into it? So see how the wick is respecting the breaker and the imbalance? Obviously we got stopped out, but I can look to get a re-entry now. That's very unfortunate. You see how it just wicks up, takes my buy stop, and then goes lower? Yep. We are now showing respect to the premium arrays here. Of course, right after it takes my stop, but we can still look to get a re-entry here. If you bascule your chart to 15 second, you could see in the last macro time queen silver bullet. For me, I'm never going below the 1 minute time frame. I don't need to. I know ICT was teaching it in his newer videos, but I'm never going to. There's never going to be a time where I need the 15 second chart or whatever else, 30 second. So if it trades up in here, I can look to re-enter short. Of course, it just wicked up onto my buy stop and took it out, and then is now respecting my levels. So if it offers it to me, I can get short once more. Same target. Stop above here. So let me look at ES. Okay, ES hasn't really done much. Retraded into this inefficiency here. Come on, Algo, give me that entry. Just wick right up into there. Come on. Oh, you're not gonna give it to me? Alright. Cool, cool. What an unfortunate series of events here. Literally goes right up to my stop and then trades lower. Fib 1007 1027. Not sure what you're talking about there. Look at that beautiful trend line. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna check the time once more. 11:02. Okay. We're still within the macro, but it looks like the macro's work has already been done because with right at the start of the macro, that buy side was cleared as I said it would. So it doesn't look like it's gonna give me an entry here. So if we take the executions tab, I went short right here. It just wicks ever so slightly into my my sell stop, and then it trades lower. I've had this happen to me before, but it's been a while, so it's definitely frustrating. So it's just grinding lower towards my target after it just nicks the very bottom of my stop loss there. So I had the right idea, I had the right target, everything lined up well. I was a good analyst, but I wasn't able to make money off of it. So that's the reality of trading there. There you go. It happens. But on the other hand, if we bump up into the opening of the order block there, I can go short. I'm not going short off the wick, but if it goes up into the body, I can go short. There we go. Of course I get slipped lower again. Man, the algo just hates me today. I don't know what's going on. Buy stop above the imbalance here. Ideally, I want to see it left open. So I'm going to adjust that down there. So still the same target, but it's just going to be less money being made because stop was taken right there. Do you trade London macros as well? No, I don't. I don't trade London. No, I've never traded London. I gotta get my sleep, man. I can't always be in the charts. Had my stop just a bit higher as I thought they'd hunt stops. Hate being that guy. that that short just passed me the 100K step one for me. Your help has been amazing, my dude. No. Don't feel bad for making money. That's good. And if I played a role in that and I helped you, that makes me happy. So yeah, Steven, good chip. Step one passed, step two to come. Yes, sir. Bro, can you tell me if I'm wrong? I'm in a community where I'm urging everyone in the group chat to send analysis, win or lose, so I can help them with accountability and wanting to get high probability trades. What do you mean if you're wrong? Wrong about what? I mean, you can send me your analysis on Twitter, and I'll be happy to give my 2 cents on it, if that'll help you out. But I don't know if I understood the question. +1 to Steven. I had a bad long on ES this morning. Should have been on NQ. Your breaker got me out of drawdown. Thanks. You know what? You guys are making my morning a lot better. Even if I'm just helping one person, I got only 32 people watching. If I'm only helping one person, I'm fine with that. That makes me happy. I mean, that's really the only reason why I'm doing these live streams anyway. Why else would I be doing them? I'm not making money or anything off of it. I could just be on my own analyzing, but you know. Let me go back to ES. ES getting close to that low as well. But yeah, if you guys have been watching, I think you can see how this could have been a frustrating morning. I couldn't go short here because the 10 o'clock news. It's just my stop could have been taken in 1 second. There's that. Here, I was going to go short if it dipped up into there and gave me that entry right up into there. Didn't give me that. Respected it to the tick. Trades lower, so I missed that. I just simply couldn't execute on that because I'm not willing to take gambles. And then went short here, and as you guys all saw, it took my stop and then went lower towards my target. And now I'm just simply getting a lower re-entry. So yeah, I want to see this hourly low get taken here. So it's reusing this order block right here. I'll make that 2x so you can see it. There you go. And then I have to keep my stop up here because, yes, you can see this imbalance here. Obviously, I want to see that stay open, preferably. But, I mean, there's always a chance that it could trade back into it before it takes liquidity. And this isn't simply just the lowest low that I'm looking at. This is the previous hour's low. So that's why I'm looking at that as a higher probability draw on liquidity. Hourly highs and lows. So we are 11 o'clock, and this would be the 10 o'clock hourly low. But yeah, in the future, I want to get to a point where I have more capital where I could trade more contracts. So I would be taking a partial at the buy limit I have here, but then I'd be leaving a runner on for down here. So that's kind of where I want to get to in terms of trading. But yeah, shit, apparently I got someone on the drawdown here, and I helped Steven pass his 100K challenge. So you guys better hit that motherfucking like button. Nah, just kidding. I don't actually care if you hit it or not, but it would help. I mean, like, them sending analysis could help others in the group chat to see what to do and what not to do from other people's trades that might trade the same pair they are. Yeah, I don't see a problem with it. I think it's okay. As long as everyone's putting in work and not just trying to, you know, back in the school days where you just copy everyone's paper and, like, you're not going to learn that way. But if you're all coming collectively and you're all bringing equal value, I think it's good. But me personally, I'm on my own. Everything I do is alone with the charts, except for whenever I'm live streaming, obviously. But everyone's different. But for me personally, I think it's better to be alone with your trading. But once again, if you do have a solid group of guys that are on the same mindset as you and they're not lying about it and they're all bringing value, I don't see a problem with it. So would really appreciate the help, bro, but I'm off every social media sites, as you should be, honestly. Obviously I'm on social media every once in a while, and I have a Twitter, but it's only for, you know, sending out tweets about my live streams and stuff. But yeah, I don't fuck with social media, okay? Social media, I feel like social media has taken, like, the genuineness out of almost everything, if you guys know what I mean. It just, that's just how I feel about it. Like, nothing's genuine anymore. It's all for, like, clout, likes, views, and just, like, I don't know. Like, look at me, look what I did. I'm sticking this camera in this homeless guy's face. Look at this. I'm so nice. I just gave him $10 for a video. What's up, Francis? How you doing? I think it's funny that my live streams, if you like average it out, probably is like on average like 30 viewers consistently, like while I'm live. But then you look at the other live streams where they're doing WWE commentary and all this other shit. They're probably trying to sell you something. I'm not surprised that those live streams get more views, but I think if someone comes to like my live stream or like Hydra's or whoever else, like just anyone that's doing something similar to me, I think they're gonna get a lot more value out of stuff like this rather than someone like Patrick Whelan who's giving you WWE commentary and like arguing with the chat and shit and just focusing on what doesn't matter whenever you should just be looking at the candlesticks. We're here to learn, make money, and yeah, nothing more, nothing less. A lot of people are here for clout as well, which I don't know why, because, I mean, I guess it helps them sell their services, but, I mean, whatever. But the fact of the matter is, if they are selling services, I like to, knock on that a lot, but I don't think it's a big deal. I actually think it's good, but as long as you're bringing real value, a lot of the shit is just like repackaged and some of it's not even like credible information. Sometimes they're just trying to put a spin on something and it's not even true. And they're hurting people that are buying their service by giving them false information. So this right here, this would be like about 7 handles on ES, but for NASDAQ, that's equivalent to like, okay, I don't know the exact, but if I had to just like rough draft it kind of, it's like 12 handles right there. So that'll make up for my loss and some. So if you look here, so tried to get the ideal sell right here, and it wicks up, takes my stop, and then I found a re-entry, and obviously you saw what happened just now. So alright, so listen, don't leave the live stream yet, because the most important part of the stream, the main takeaway from this stream, if you're paying attention, the thing you should take away the most, and I think I just taught a very valuable lesson that will make you a profitable trader. I guarantee it. You'll be making money if you do what I just did. So obviously I quote unquote missed the entry here. I wasn't willing to take the 50-50 gamble because this high easily could have been taken out prior to the move down 10 o'clock high impact. So that's not a valid entry to me. Could be for someone else, but not to me. So real time, I was looking, I said I'm going to go short right up here. Didn't give me that. Disrespected this inefficiency and traded lower off of that. So I missed the move, quote unquote. So this is where people fuck up and start losing money. So if they miss that move right there where I did, they're going to, that's going to like fuck with their emotions a little bit, and they're like, fuck dude, like I should be making money right now. Fuck this is bullshit. I missed the move. and they're gonna go short like right there, and then they get stopped out. Rather, I was saying real time. I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait for this buy side to be cleared. I'm gonna wait for the trade up into the breaker, and it took some time. I mean, from this point, 10:17, 10:54, so about 30 minutes. I had to wait to get a re-entry rather than just trying to enter in like 5 minutes later or like a minute later, impulsively trying to make up for the move I missed. So that's where people fuck up and lose money. But if you were patient and waited here and caught the entry here, obviously, unfortunately, it very wicked up, took my stop, and then went lower, but I still found a re-entry, so it's not that big of a deal. But anyways, in short, be patient. Don't impulsively try to get entries because you missed a move, and because, I mean, it's just going to make you lose money. You're not going to make any money by doing that. So what the hell are you doing it for? I see your live stream is very calm and helps to focus better and rest while trading. Well done, mate. Appreciate you, Mike. Hope to see you in my future live streams as well. It's all about the hype. It takes a hell of a long way through the process of learning how to trade to get to the pure and good stuff. You won't appear on the YouTube algo for those yet. Yeah, for sure. I agree. Yeah, I totally agree. It's always about the newest shiny concept. Silver Bullet. I don't know. I forget what the newest one was, but it's always about like who's flashy, who's showing you the cards, who's all the bullshit that doesn't matter. But anyway, I could talk all day about that. Facts, bro. That's why I want to be the change I want to see in this industry. Yeah. I love trading. I fucking love being in here, making other people money. I love that shit. But I just simply, I can't say I like the industry because at the end of the day, it is toxic. I have some trading friends, but it is toxic. And lots of misleading stuff out there. Lots of lies. And a lot of people that don't really love trading, they don't really like trading. They're just doing it because the money sign's attached to it, and they end up losing their ass. But yeah, I can go on all day. But that's all I'm gonna say for now. But it's a process. I mean, I'm not even all the way where I want to be at myself. And where I'm at right here, everything I'm doing here, it took me like 3.5 years to even get to this position right here. Because if I'm being honest with myself, the first like almost first 2 years I was in this, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And that's just real. I thought I knew what I was doing. I thought I had it figured out. But I had no clue what I was doing. I didn't know what I was looking for. I didn't have I wasn't looking at any targets. I didn't have reasonable targets. I was just like looking. I was like, oh, this is that order block ICT was talking about. I'm gonna go short right there. But obviously, I've grown a lot, and it just takes time. That's all. People are just in a rush to get to the money part. I mean, are you really expecting it to be easy? If you are, I don't know why, but thanks, man. You really helped me with finding an entry on the retracement after we had an expansion. Makes me so happy to hear that. Thank you, Zito. I was focusing too much on the 1 minute, and your advice about looking at it on the 5 minute really helped me. Yes, sir. That's why I'm doing these live streams. I'm like a smaller level superhero in the trading industry. That's what I'm trying to be. So I'm like Green Lantern. I'm not Superman or anything. I'm just like Green Lantern, like one of the superheroes that no one really cares about. But yeah, there's just too much bullshit out there. I mean, really, it's one of the reasons that why people lose money, because they listen to these guys that have no clue what the fuck they're talking about. and they end up losing money. So if you're on my live streams, more times than not, I'm gonna be helping you out. So, but yeah, back to what you were saying. So whenever we have big moves like this, expansions lower, if you're in the 1 minute chasing these moves, you're gonna get stopped out more times than not. So whenever we have scenarios like this, I always look for entries on the 5 minute, and look what happens. See how it respects with the bodies? It wicked up a little bit, yeah, but the breaker and the inefficiency are still respected. So I got that higher time frame entry. Even on the 15 minute, go up. You could have sold short at that high right there. Stop would be above this candle's high. It wasn't taken out, wasn't it? No. And I mean, it doesn't even close within this inefficiency. See how aggressively it wicked off, and then it respected this breaker. So whenever you have big expansions like this, don't chase the move with the 1 minute. Always always look for 15 or 5 minute entries in scenarios like that. So yeah, that's the rundown on that. I feel you, bro. The same here. I traded for a couple years. Liquidity and SMC without ICT videos. Just grabbed some info. Just grabbed info from here and there, and thought I'm the guy because I trade liquidity. Yeah, I think we've all been there, honestly. Oh, what the hell did I just do? I did not mean to do that. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna have to shut this down quick. I don't know what I just did to my chart, but did not mean to do that. Okay, there we go. It's fixed. So, see why I was trading on the NASDAQ? This is just like pretty sloppy, so NASDAQ was way cleaner today, in my opinion. Anyways, back to the comments. But the more often I was still liquidity in the market. That's the thing. People think that just because they're trading ICT or whatever, SMC, whatever you want to call it, they think that they're automatically going to be profitable and they're high frequency algo traders. No, that's not the case. I mean, yes, you're learning the best stuff out there, but you have to understand that psychology, risk management, discipline, all that shit is way more important. And experience. I mean, it's deeper than just knowing the concepts. Since obsessively studying ICT and his best students, I just realized how less I really knew about trading. Yeah, I mean, it's good that you're even able to look back and say, like stuff like, I didn't know what I was doing and stuff like that, because that just shows how much you've grown. So if you can't look back at yourself from like a year ago or 2 years ago and say, yeah, I was doing this wrong, or I don't know, I was doing this wrong, that, whatever. If you can't really say that, I mean, are you really growing? I don't think so. I like to see how inversion, fair value gap are protecting additionally to our stop loss. Like here, your stop loss would have been well protected. I think you're right. If you're talking about this right here, if I would have put my stop above this inversion, would have been safe. But shoulda, coulda, woulda. Eh? So I can take these labels off. It's getting in the way. Anyway, would turning ads on help you bump up to the top of the YouTube algo to make you more visible? More people need to see a real calm trader look at the markets. I agree with you. I appreciate the words and stuff, but yeah, I agree. I mean, sometimes, I mean, you can go pop into Patrick Whelan or whatever, but I don't think it's going to help you learn, so... But I don't think I can turn on ads yet. I don't have enough. I think I need like 200 more watch hours on YouTube or something to turn on ads, which I mean, I don't really care that much. I'm just here to make money with others in the charts. But yeah, maybe it would. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the YouTube algo. I'm familiar with the algo in the charts, but so I want to look at dollar. I was kind of just skimming over it, but if you look here, 1042. See that order block I outlined earlier? You may not have caught it because it was a little bit ago, but the opening price got a nice reaction off of that, gravitating towards the high. Isn't taking it out yet, but I think eventually it will be taken out. But anyway, this order block yielded me to be able to get short here. So that's just another small confluence. And then longer term, I believe we should gravitate towards this right here, this inefficiency. So yeah, I think I pretty much covered everything I wanted to cover here. What time is it? 11:32. If you know me, I always say I put a horizontal line right here at 11 o'clock, and I'm not really looking at anything, but right after 11 o'clock, that's fine too. So obviously I got the entry there. 8:30 to 11 o'clock. Sometime, whenever I was new and starting out, literally every single morning, I would just mark out this line here, this line here. I'm only looking at what's going on within this time window. Obviously, I'm looking at stuff at the left side of the chart as well to help frame it, but this time window right here is the only thing you should focus on. 8:30 to 11. And really, if you don't even have 8:30 high impact news, you can even condense it down to this time window right here. And as you can see, obviously, that's where everything happened. But yeah, we ended up profitable. Very rocky morning. I missed the entry here. I had to wait about 40 more minutes to get a re-entry here, and then it wicks up and very slightly takes my stop that was above the order block here. And then it trades lower towards my target. I caught a re-entry and I got covered right here. So definitely not an ideal morning, but still profitable. So, and I believe Steven passed his phase 1, so I'm cool with that. US 100 arrived already at this H4 fair value gap, so it seems like Mini will join. I don't think I don't have US 30 charts, but where are you from? Because I know the US 100, US 30 traders obviously don't live in the US most times, because you can't trade the ES and NASDAQ, right, if you're not in the US, or am I wrong? I don't know. But anyways, also within this time window, you can see the macros played out well. If you just simply put a box right there, you see literally right at the turning points is where those two macros are. It's not gonna that's not gonna happen every day though. Don't think that's gonna happen every day. But for now, this is like very clean. So Poland, damn dude, you're the whole up in Poland. How's Poland? You like living there? I've only heard good things about Poland. Poland and Sweden supposedly are amazing places to live. So And I guess it's... Wait. Correct. US 100, US 50 traders are outside of the US. Okay, that's what I thought. Canada market would die without the US, for sure. I would not want to live in Canada. I would like to visit Toronto, but no, not Canada. So this year, I'm trying to travel everywhere. I'm trying to travel as much as I can this summer. So I was already in the Bahamas for about a week. And then I'll be going to Houston, Texas for a couple days. And then after that, I'll be headed to Puerto Rico for a week. And I'm going to see if I can... I really want to do this, but I'm going to see if I can get a live stream going in Puerto Rico. I think that'd be pretty fun, but maybe I'll be like one of those, you know, the cliche ads where someone's like trading on the beach, which I think is stupid, but maybe I can do something like that in the future. This coming month, I'll be on the beach live streaming in Puerto Rico. I think that'd be cool. I probably wouldn't be pushing any trades in that, because, like, I mean, you're literally on a beach, like, it's just gonna be too distracting, and yeah. Cool, but Ukraine nowadays sucks. Oh yeah. Kind of forgot about all that, dude. It's crazy though. I would hate to. I'm definitely blessed to live in the U.S. because it's a lot worse in other areas. I just joined the stream. Why did you get stopped out on the first trade? So, if you get the labels here, I guess that's not too much to help because you can't see it, but anyway, I went short right on this candle right here. As soon as it pumped up there, I went short right there within the breaker, and my stop was right above the bodies of these two consecutive up close candles right here, which is the order block. It's right above the body. See how it just slightly wicks right above that, takes my stop, and then displaces lower. And so I stopped out there, very small loss, and then I get a re-entry on this order block right here, and it got covered down here. So that's the rundown on that. And these aren't the fake replay executions. So the way to tell that is, so if someone's showing you executions, tell them to toggle it, and if this arrow up here, if that doesn't pop up, then they're fake execution. So keep that in mind. Poland is an awesome place to live. Stayed there for a year. Lived in Zakopane. I never heard of that, but I'm sure it's nice. Hiking every day, beautiful mountains, dude. A lot of people around me don't like it, but I love hiking, dude. Any outdoor shit, I'm for. Other than like skiing or like those winter sports, anything outdoors, I'm for it. Pretty much every summer, I like to go cliff jumping too, but yeah. Anyway, Dubai is great. Yo, Dubai, I definitely need to go there one day. That probably won't happen for some years, but Dubai is definitely on the bucket list there. Japan. Oh, once again, Japan. That's another one on the bucket list there. I gotta go to Japan. Can't imagine how different it is down there. Sure, bro. Trading on the beach, some good vibes. Yeah, like, I want to do that, but, like, at the same time, it's, like, kind of, like, cringy because, like, you'll see, not so much anymore, but there was, like, so many ads where, like, someone's like, yeah, you could be trading on the beach, making money on the beach, and they'll have, like, their watch, some fucking girl on their side. Like, it just, to me, it's cringy, but, yeah. I think it would be a pretty entertaining live stream. I definitely would not be pushing the executions, but I'll be tape reading everything and outlining everything. Still, all the bodies got you. Still a good trade idea. I like it. Appreciate you. Apparently, it's called the unicorn setup. FEG within a breaker. So there you go, guys. There's your unicorn setup. What is your broker and are the spreads tight? Yeah, it's right now I'm not really trading on a broker. This is Tradovate, and this is just for Top Step. So yeah, right now I'm just trading a Tradovate account with through Top Step. Another thing I can note here before I end the stream. Notice within, I'll go back quick. This 5-minute inefficiency right here. You see that? Within the breaker right there. If I go down to the 1 minute, always look for this. Within higher time frame inefficiencies, once it trades into it and leaves it, look to see if it leaves an imbalance with it and doesn't trade back into it. That's like classic like BPR, I guess, and then it trades lower towards the sell side. A lot of times within like 5-minute inefficiencies on the lower time frames, it'll like leave an imbalance, and then if it doesn't trade into that imbalance within the 5 minute, that's really telling you that it's going to go lower. Alright, so I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. I made some people some money. Apparently I helped this dude pass his challenge, so I mean that's great. That makes me feel good. So yeah, I think we're good here. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Let me check the economic calendar. Tomorrow I'm really not going to be aggressively pushing for entries because it's the day right before non-farm payroll. Right at 8:30. So tomorrow we have 8:15 and 8:30 and 10 o'clock. Shit, I don't know. I think I'll be live streaming like 9:30 then, because then we have this high impact 10 o'clock news like today, PMI. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow at 9:30. Hit the like button. Thanks for coming.